Sooner Nation. So we got the party at the Palace and the Sooners under the stars coming up here at the end of the month. So you're going to hear a lot of names, a lot of kids announce they're going to be on campus for Oklahoma. But today we got to talk about an elite defensive tackle that announced he's going to be attending the Sooners under the stars, or that was reported he's attending Sooners under the stars via Tom Loy over at 247. This is actually a big-time pickup for Oklahoma if they can get him in this 2026 class. He was offered on June 18th of 2024, so we're going to dive right into it. Before we do that, though, I need to hear from y'all. Join the discussion. Jump down in the comments below. Let me know what you guys think, because now that the 2025 class is presumably almost wrapped up, we're going to start to really dive into 2026. And the staff's already got 3 commitments in that class: Jaden O'Neal, Jonathan Hatton, and Ryder Mix. Both, or all 3 of them, are 4-star prospects. Potentially, each one of those guys have the potential to be top 100 players. Jaden O'Neal probably has a potential to be a 5-star by the end of it all. But Tom Loy over at 247 reported that James Carrington, the elite, at one point, he was a 5-star. He's barely slipped out of 5-star status. Defensive tackle out of Bishop Gorman High School in Las Vegas is going to be attending Oklahoma for Sooners under the stars. And this is important. Oklahoma offered him on June 18th of 2024, but he has over 29 offers from schools across the country. And I'm going to continue to say this because I want it drilled in everybody's heads. You ready? The offer list matters. Not necessarily star rankings, not where they're ranked. Offers matter. What schools are pursuing the kids matter. Tells you a lot about the potential upside of that prospect, and it tells you just how elite they are able to play right now. And I want to say that because his offer list consists of Alabama, Florida State, Florida, Georgia, Miami, Michigan. I'm going to say Nebraska because you got Matt Rule there. Matt Rule usually has really good defenses. Notre Dame, Oregon, Texas A&M. Wisconsin. I can just keep going on and on and on. He's got a lot of Power 4 offers, elite offers. James Carrington is a prospect here in the 2026 class that at 6'2", 270 pounds, already has good size and a good frame. This is a guy that you get him in this 2026 class, like he's going to, outside of potentially Jaden O'Neal, be your, prized gem of the class. He could even potentially surpass Jaden O'Neal. I just think Jaden O'Neal is a really, really good prospect. And it's going to be really, really hard to, so I look at what Greg Biggins, who's one of the national recruiting analysts over at 247, wrote about James Carrington. And while you guys watch this film, I want you guys to see it here. He has a 4.8 40, so pretty good speed for an interior defensive lineman. This is a guy that when you watch the film and you see him utilize his hands, just elite all the way. So Greg Biggins over at 247 in his evaluation says that he really flashed on tape showing rare combination of quickness and power. He had a chance to see him up multiple times during the off season, and he says he's got a well-built frame, right? 80-inch wingspan. He's a naturally strong kid with a quick first step. I would say actually it's a pretty wicked first step. You guys see that here in the film. But he can beat opposing linemen right off the snap. He bullies and ragdolls tackles and guards at the high school level, and he pretty much lives in the backfield. He plays inside and outside, but because of his size, you're probably going to like him as an interior guy. So you look at what he's done at the high school level in terms of statistics. 33 total tackles, 29 solos, 15 sacks, 38 QB hurries. Remember, I think a lot of people, when they look at defensive linemen, they love to live in that sack category, or in that sack category. But there are stats that matter more, I think, as a defensive lineman that a lot of people just sometimes glance over and don't look at as much. And that's QB hurries. When you're able to get that QB hurry, it means you're applying a lot of pressure back there. 15 sacks, that is more than double. He has more than double QB hurries That's impressive. And that's just in 1 year. It was 2023 and 2024 as a sophomore, and looks what appears to be his first year as a varsity player. So I look at James Carrington. If Oklahoma is able to get a guy like this on campus and get him committed, you're looking at Oklahoma adding and the thing is, and I know a lot of people are going to say, Oklahoma doesn't have a shot with a kid like this. I want you to understand, if Oklahoma goes out there and wins 9, 10, or 11 games in their first year in the SEC, potentially makes a playoff, maybe even wins a playoff game, guys, these recruits are like, your defensive line is obviously improved. The defensive line recruits are going to see the proof of concept on the field. We've been talking about Texas and Oklahoma and their struggles in recruiting on defensive line. The only reason why I think Oklahoma got a 5-star interior guy is because David Stone's from the area. Guys, the only thing that's holding both Oklahoma and Texas back is proof of concept. That's all it is. Todd Bates has an opportunity this year to put it all together. Texas, they might need this year or next, changing their defensive line coach. But ultimately, Oklahoma and Todd Bates have an opportunity here to really show recruits something. And I think you're going to see that this year. And so early returns from Sooners Under the Stars, Party at the Palace. Sooners Under the Stars is going to have 26, 27, 28 guys there. You're going to see a lot of 2026 guys. And this is going to be probably one of the bigger events where we start to see who the staff really wants to focus on in this cycle. You're going to have the 5-star defensive tackle, James Carrington, 5-star athlete, Brandon Arrington, Jaden O'Neal, Jonathan Hatton, Ryder Mix, Jalen Pyle, the 4-star wide receiver, and then 4-star offensive lineman, Felix Ojo, who I think could potentially end up at Oklahoma's class. You really like his frame, his size. That's going to be one of those elite offensive linemen that everybody in the entire country is going to want, and they're going to continue to go after. So I think Oklahoma has a potential to really start off the 2026 class, kind of like they did with 2025, maybe even a little bit better. I think there's a chance they go into 2025 in the 2026 cycle with 10 commits total in this class. So I want to hear from y'all. Make sure you guys join the discussion. You guys are jumping down in the comments below. Let me know what you guys think, because like I said, we talked about Brandon Arrington the other day, the 5-star athlete. He's going to play cornerback for Oklahoma. He's being recruited by Jay Valai, but it also wouldn't shock me to see them kind of let Emmett Jones tag along with Jay Valai and see, hey, like, can we land an elite guy like this? Because Texas is going to pursue him as well. Georgia's going to pursue him. Everybody's going to be after that kid. So I want to hear from y'all. Join the discussion. Jump down in the comments below. Hey, and if you guys have made it this far and you guys have not already, make sure you guys hit that like, hit the subscribe button. We're constantly bringing you guys recruiting news, talking about players like this, trying to keep you guys in the know. So let me know you guys like this kind of content. Jump in the comments below. Let me know what you guys think.